Hey, welcome back to Sons of the Tallulah. We have a treat today. We are in North Georgia in Chattooga National Forest in Rabun County, Georgia, and trying to do a little trout fishing here at the Tallulah River and the mouth of the Coleman River. It's pretty much wilderness here, and I'm trying to check things out and see what we can find. But there's people fishing along a lot of stretches of this, so we're just gonna go see what we can do. Stay tuned. All right, we've moved on down to the Warwoman Creek at Earls Ford. It's another little place. The Tallulah was just had too many people. And here, these trout are in this little hole, and they are biting just about every cast. I'm using a Berkeley Powerbait trout worm, which you buy a pack of them and you just kind of pinch them off and use them as a drop shot, or you can do a drop shot or a split shot rig through there, and just let it flow through the current and let it drop in each hole. And they're hitting and hitting and hitting. And again, these are stocker trout, so they're stocked in there once a week. So these fish are hungry and they're ready to eat. So you just have to keep casting and keep working the current. Another bite. Must be tiny. I'm using a number 8 brim hook, what we would normally use around here with crickets or worms for brim, and they're very tiny. Of course, these worms are very tiny, so you get a lot of hits when they dart out and grab it by the side. When it's wacky hooked. It is wacky hooked, so you've got to really get them to take it before you can catch them on that hook. And the thing is, you don't want them to swallow it, so it's a fine line between them taking it and them being hooked way too deep. Finally got a brown out of this hole right here. I don't want to get away. Oh, I guess that's a brown. And this is the first brown trout I've ever caught, and I was surprised on how slick they are. It's almost like holding something with Vaseline all over it. So I wanted to walk over to make sure I put it on the stringer and not drop it back into the water, which I did several times on this trip. Good teeth. GoPro capture. Pretty. Again, these fish are all stocked, so I don't worry about keeping them and eating, because I'm gonna keep some and eat them. They're stocked, and that's what they are for. So we're gonna enjoy these. Now he did get my little pot of a worm.
Which y'all have to.
This will be a good opportunity to really show you what we're using here. I've never used these before. Always saw these and wondered how you use them and whatnot. And I do believe that the small red eyes and the Tallulah will hit this.
Let's try one of these chartreuse ones. Again, it's a power bait trout worm. Never heard of doing this. This is the first. Of course, I'm a newbie, and I told you at the beginning, this is the first time that I have ever had the opportunity to come do anything like this, and it's pretty fun. Again, these fish are stocked weekly, so they're here to be caught and enjoyed. I'm guessing that's a brown. It's amazing to me how these fish can be in such small little bits of water. That ought to be one right there. The fish out drop. Oh, there went my bait. Berkeley power bait. It's hard to wacky style on a little old bitty hook. I'll say this is definitely something I want to come back and do every year, but I don't know if I want to go to the Tallulah River anymore. That place was ridiculous. Little bite. There's a lot of people in here, but you can spread out in here. You can't up there. That place was jam-packed. There you go. Oh, no, 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 no! Dadgummit! Oh, he got away. I tried to get him over here on these rocks. Oh, there's one following it. Come over that rock after it. Pretty good sized fish. That's fish. Oh, he got my worm. He got my worm! Maybe I ain't holding my mouth right now. I'll cast more of these. You know, with this situation right here, I've realized there's one following it now. He's got it. Oh, come loose. You have got to watch your line. Like, it's so hard to see and feel. I mean, I can see my bait and I can see the fish, but you really have to watch your line, because you see it drifting, and then when it stops drifting and just stands still, you know, it's either behind a rock or a fish has it. And every one of these has gone back up river just a hair. You can tell if you watch your line, it'll stop, and then it'll start moving against the current just ever so little bit, and that's when he's there. But the thing is that it's such a small hook, so I mean, he's got to have the whole thing in his mouth to really catch him. But that small hook is what gives that worm its action. It just flutters kind of like a little bitty Senko. I believe I could take this to the Tallulah and throw in those little pools and catch red eyes on them. I believe they would hit it just the same, and we'll find out. We'll do a video on that. But there's 3 or 4 fish in this little eddy right here, but I think I've pulled it away from them too much, or they've seen the lure too many times. So, oh, there's one come over the rock again. All right, see it? Fish has got it. You let it go. I was just about to set the hook ever so slightly. I saw that fish. He's not very big, but we get one more chance. That's about where he is, right there. Yep, he's got it. Yep, set the hook. Barely. And it's a brown. Or, no, rainbow. It's a rainbow. So I got him over here to the rocks very quickly. No, brown trout, brown trout. I guess that's a brown trout. Beautiful fish. I mean, just absolutely stunning. Look at those orange specks. Barely hooked. I mean, barely.